The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Friday, the 9th of January. And I just want you to do something. I forgot about Bitcoin. I don't know why I always forget about Bitcoin. It's part of our portfolio. But I wanted to show you this. It is so rare that in my Chapman wave notation that I can get a peak G in the 1 minute ES. And this is the S&P E-mini. So 69.90, 1 minute chart, peak G, 2 minute chart, peak G, 3 minute chart, peak G, 5 minute chart, peak G, and 10 minute chart. I've never seen so many Gs. 4 Gs. Imagine if I was a pilot, what I'd be doing. All right. So, and now we've come tumbling down. I don't think that with everything going on with the tariffs and all, I think there's going to be a little hesitancy. So we've been a little cautious over the last couple of days saying, yeah, we're not going to, unless we can get sharp dips, we're not going to be doing any buying. Didn't even take off some of our best winners, but I like those, so I don't want to mess around with them. So let's just go through the numbers. So you can see that, let me just go back to the Dow right there. Okay, so I ended when I did the update with the bonds. Bonds are unchanged. They're up for 30 seconds at 115.5. Really, peak A, peak B, peak C, but this is not, it's really the 200 period moving average right there, that orange line that is just capturing the movements up and down. I don't see anything unless we either break to 115, let's call it 116, or we 116.5. I'm sorry, 116.5, or we break under 114.5, and we just stuck in this range. All right, that's bonds. And what I forgot was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is trading down 940 at 90,165. Just stuck in that range. That's what I said. It's been on my sell list, although we actually own it, but I'm talking about what people called in. I said 127,750 was the double top, and I think it's going to be in constraints for quite a while. And I just don't see it so far. I don't see it breaking down below the low. It was 79,630 way back in April of last year. But I do see it testing at this point, and 78,800 is the 200 period exponential moving average. I would not be surprised if it takes out this uptrend Chapman wave inside track propellant zone and starts to trade for two or three sessions under 88,000, that we're on our way down to test these lows. So I don't see anything yet. Now, to go with that, it's interesting that Robinhood, I put these two together. They're not, it doesn't mean to say they're exactly comparable, but it kind of goes, look, Robinhood's been stuck, been pulling down. It made its high way back here. Let me give you the date right there. That was at 153.86 with 153 round number open the 6th of October. It just struggled since then. It retested and came down. I think it's not yet the favored. It's not in the favored group at all at this particular time. I think it will be there, but you're going to have to wait. And I think they kind of go together. When I start to see Ethereum, I was asked about, they also go together, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, Ethereum is a slightly better chart, but it's not that much better. It's still very weak. So I would just say Ethereum is just starting to push into the 32.80, 33.20 area. That's a different kettle of fish altogether. Bitcoin would have to go a little bit further than that. Bitcoin would have to go into the 97,500 area. None of this is impossible. When these things get moving, they really get moving. Right now, I just think they're in the dull category, right? Okay, now let's get back to our story. The Dow, INDU is trading down. It was up. It went to all the way to 49,460s. The all-time high was 49,621 just 3 sessions ago, and it's stalling. And look what I've been doing. Remember, I've spoken about this for so long. Technical Friday today, so I'm going to spend a little time on this stuff. Look, the inside track repellent zone has just worked. It's almost How do you not see something like this? Well, I developed this a long time ago. I used to just put a channel in, and I said, no, I've seen it so many times. It's so deceptive that it goes towards the channel, and then it breaks down, and it has an inside track, the repellent propellant zone. So I developed this technique. It's like 3/16 of an inch. Just it's a tiny little mini channel on the upside. On the downside, we saw it in the QQQ. Look at this, the QQQ. It's the exact same thing, but on the downside, it's a declining diagonal trend line, and it's the inside track repellent zone. All right, so both of these are looking like the Bitcoin QQQ right now unchanged at 620.50. Really has to look that this is the starting point. So every peak gets counted. That's a peak A, that's a peak B. It's under the all-time high of 637.01 on October the 29th. Pulls back, and now there's another gray A and a gray B. So all you need to do is to see this little gray B here get taken out, gray A. I'm not going to change the color. Just remember, it's underneath the previous high. Gray B, and all you need to go is to 629.22. And if you do it in this leg up, it'll become a leg C, an overlapping leg C, if it can go to that 629.21 area. On the very short term, it actually needs to break this low, this high right here, 627.94. 627.95 starts leg C, and then you get an overlapping wave. If that continues to 629.20, it's actually a very powerful move, and says you should get, not you, the price, should get to a leg D, and that would take it towards the 637 all-time high. But on the way down, 614 is very important support. That's there, and I didn't do the S&P just real quickly because the S&P guaranteed us in the Chapman methodology, I shouldn't say guaranteed, assured us quite strongly that this is a leg B in the monthly chart and that we should still go to a C and a D for 2026. All right, let's get back to our story. And the story is that the SMHs, which lead us up and lead us down, made an all-time high 4 sessions ago, and it's at 384.46, up 548. Looks very strong. All the technicals are good, both in the daily, the weekly, and in the monthly chart. It's in leg B in the monthly chart. This is still a very good. I had a question about Intel. Where would you put a buy? So this is very tough. I've watched Intel for so long, and what I'd said when it broke this rectangle formation, when something finally gets support of the government, there's no way that you want to be negative about it, because that's the modus operandi is going to be to always save this particular issue. At least that's usually the case. So in this particular instance, it broke from the low that was made back in, Intel made a low back in whatever it was, August. Was it August? Yeah, August the 1st of 18.97. Well, right now, it's more than double, 18.97. You remember, it was looking hard. This is one of the worst had been one of the worst of the semiconductors. This was the equivalent of General Motors when Immelt was running it. Everything they did was wrong, every single thing. And then out of the blue, this long, narrow rectangle formation between 27, let's say, and 19 breaks out. Bam, right there, breaks out back in September. And it went to the 200-period moving average, and that was it. So where would you get it? Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour, and we want to be looking at where would you enter Intel if you hadn't entered before. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, I am back and I'm just searching here. I had a couple of questions. One was, I forgot to put it down here. Okay, let me just do this. So I've got these questions. I'd like to, it's Technical Friday. So where would I enter Intel? Let me just go there right now. This is what I would do. Because it's had this big spike to the upside today and it's gone to a leg E, and there's nothing here technically that normally would say, uh-oh, be careful. This is going to go all the way back down to 39, the 14-period moving average. Other than the stochastic, hasn't yet gone to 80%. It's only at 74%. Everything else is still very good, even the relative strength. This is what I'm going to suggest. Now, the most recent high was back in, just going into 2024, up in the 50 area. So 50 down to the 18 level, that's quite a hit. But look how it's come back. Look at this beautiful. I drew this in a long time ago. The cup formation in the monthly chart, and look at this. It's making higher highs and higher lows, constantly coming back to the 14, not the 9, but the 14-period moving average, breaking over the 200-period moving average. So this is if you wanted an ideal entry point with a risk that you could monitor. I would say yesterday's close in the 40 area, I would have said I would buy a pullback towards 39 and I'd have a 36 temporary stop, maybe an initial stop, and if it moved up after that, I'd raise it. This is really different because it looks to me like a news event, right? So as I see it right now, I would have, since you really like it and you want to get in, I'm going to suggest put your toe in the water right here at 44.69. Even say to yourself, wow, tariffs and all that stuff come out today. This thing could plunge sharply. But if that doesn't happen, the way this is acting, look at this weekly chart, the way it's acting, all of a sudden, look at the majority of bars since it broke above it's like a flag. Look at above the 200-period moving average back in September, the week of the 26th of September. The 200-period moving average is about 31. And look, You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 bars that are way above the 200-period moving average. That's good. It's done that before. It went to more than 20 bars, went to about 30 bars, and then it took it out. That was the high that was made back in week of the 29th of December 2023 at 49.38. So you got to be aware that it could turn down very sharply. But wait a minute. I've said that this is a little different. Now you've got the buyers coming in with, I don't know, from the government, whatever it is, but they're pushing money in. So therefore, you've got yourself really good support at the 38 area with a 14. The 9-period moving average is at 38 something, and the 14 is at 37, 39. I would say start your engine right. The best would be if you have patience, but it is getting closer and closer to the left side high. In a big cup formation, let me just do this right now. In a big cup formation or a bowl formation, let's go down to here. This is not the plumb line. This is the double bottom. I'm going to go to that doji candle right there. And then I'm going to go to the right and go up. And then I'm going to go to the right and make a left side, right side price time match to that doji I said right there. Okay, now let's go to the right. And I want an inside wedge Chapman wave target resistance line, dash green all the way up. There it is. Okay, so let me see. Does this match? So I'm having it. This is tough for me. I'm starting to put this on software encoding, and I have to tell you that there's a challenge. So this says that by the end of February, sometime in February, if you can take out this dash green Chapman wave inside wedge target repellent line right there, the next level of resistance will be next week at about 46.80, 46.60, and it's at 44.77. You can go on. So I do like this, and I'm just saying to you, why not get your foot in the door right now? But you're going to have a wider stop because it's just initiation. The best is suddenly next week or even later today, you have this pullback, and once it starts pulling back, we'll reassess and say, okay, now you can start your position. But right now, you got your foot in the door at 44.71, 44.70, and you've got yourself, just for the moment, an 8% risk. All right, just for the moment, I would not want you to lose 8%, even on a very tiny bit. I'm just saying that's the way you have to do it, just to give yourself some thinking room. That's all. Okay, hope that's done. Next question came in. Could I look at POET, P-O-E-T? And I never remember what this is. POET Technology. Let me get this up right here. POET Technology does. Let me go quickly because it's running out of time. P-O-E-T, Tech does. So POET Technology develops photonic, I remember this, photonic integration solutions for AI and data centers using its patented optical interposer platform to seamlessly combine electronic and light-based photonics. It sounded just fantastic for us plebs in this thing, neophytes, but all I can say is it sounds great. And it's doing well today. It's up $7. It's at 7.78, up 50 cents. So what was the question? Could I just look at it? Okay. Oh, now I'm not going to be able to find that question. Now moving. Now booming. Okay, but I don't see it right away. I'll get to it. Can you? I'll go over UPS as well. Long POET, and you wanted to add. So I'm going to recommend this. It's at 783 right now. If you're long, it's going to a new recovery high. But this is, look at this, the stochastic I thought it was 85. It's 75%. I would have preferred that. Where would I enter? Yes, I'm going to say exactly the same thing that I said about our look at Intel. I like it. Everything about this is going very nicely. It has a target. Because it has this target, not only the left side high of peak D, but the whole cluster formation right here, the 12th of October at 758, and then 794 on the 865 to 859. That would be my target. Because I've got that target, I'm going to say to you, add have a two-step add-on. One is you're going to add, I prefer if it was pulling back just a little bit, but the line's over the 14, the price is over the line, everything's good, except for the stochastic is a little bit weak. I'd prefer it at 80%. So just start two positions. One is right here, and then give it until Tuesday. We'll look at it again Monday. But on Tuesday or Wednesday, if it's holding well, that's great. If it breaks out, if it goes 1 penny above the high of the 22nd of 7.90, if it goes to 7.91, keep the core position that you got right now at 771 and add another trading position. And that's the one that you hope will keep going higher. And this one will be your core of the new position. So your new position will be split. And what will it do? It'll give you a trading position of your add-on and give you a core position. I hope that helps you. All that I can say is that if by Tuesday it's taken out $7 support, it's going to go sideways because this is the rectangle formation which is heading towards the high on the left side. Hope that helps you. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Conditions Hour, up, Dow's up 185, S&P's 31 up.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
All right, so I have to break from my usual Chapman Wave Technical Friday status here because there are just so many questions coming in. So let me just show you. So thank you both, Cody and the Dan, and for EKS and the Tiger YouTube for that information. So the U.S. Supreme Court will not rule in the Trump tariffs case today. So that just says to you there's a little conflict going on there, so nothing's too smooth. You've got to be prepared here for all sides. Most importantly, let me just show you something. The nice move up in the E-mini goes to a leg A in the 5-minute chart because it's broke to a new high from a new low. Therefore, this has to be considered a new move up, and it's an A in the 10-minute chart because of those G's. You can't go H, so this has to be a new move. Let me just double check. I don't want to talk out of turn. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You got to always be careful. Okay, that's the low right there. I think it took it out. Let's just check. It takes it out by 1/4 point, and you're done. 695, 6.25, 0.25, 6955.75. Oh, isn't that interesting? 56.25, 55.75. I had to check that. Yes, my eye was correct. So now this is Chapman Wave methodology. There's nothing I can do about this. This is the way I've developed it. There are rules. I can't change the rules. The rules can be messed up by the price because the price doesn't know. Hey, price, have you read about my rules? No, of course they don't even know about the rules. They just, the price is the price. So this is an A, and it says that by the end of this particular buy signal in the 10-minute chart, and I have no choice but to put an up arrow because of the power, because it's gone to a new high, there should be still a B, a C, and a D higher highs, and it doesn't tell you what the choppiness in between. But that is a big deal today, and it's also, I think, because of the tariff thing is off the cards. So we're looking at that now. Okay, let's go back to our story. So I want to go in sequence. So I did Intel, open. Which one? I want to go in order. And then came UPS. So UPS. Of course, I don't remember where I was just a minute ago with those things. UPS has had a fabulous move. I spoke about this a little while ago. I was asked about it. I said, it's doing very nicely. 82 was the round number low. I spoke about it for a couple of times now. 82 was the round number low back in March of 2020. It screams up to the 230s. And what does it do? It comes back to the exact 82 low September of 2025. And the very next session has, so it's a double, 3 times it's hit. So this is 82 times 2. Unbelievable. 82 times 2. Round number low. Unbelievable. All right. So this is a great example of both round numbers, about the symmetry. Look, I had that as the price point for the plumb line, and it took 2 bars extra. Big deal. So it went from 2020 to 2025, and it was excuse me, I'm 2 bars late. All right, 2 months. But anyway, it got to the 22 level, and now it's moving up. The monthly chart, for the first time, look, every single one of the indicators has started to move higher. Not cross positive, not in the MACD, not in the MACD, yes, not in the 914. That's going to take a long time to do. But look at the weekly chart, leg E, broke above the cup formation that I drew in with the same plumb line, and it was 2 weeks late to get to that level on the left. That was 104-ish. And now it's trading. The high today is 109.67. It's up 76 cents at 107.17. This I had said at the time, if it started to move together with Federal Express, boy, what happened? Didn't I just type in Federal Express? Where did I type it? Right. FDX right there. FTX. Look at that. Nice move up from Federal Express. I said that Federal Express is a much better chart, just as we spoke about Walmart being a much better chart at the time than Costco, but Costco looked like it had a better potential to the upside. So I said that means that UPS has the same relationship with Federal Express, almost at all-time highs. Now it is at all-time highs, and with UPS catch-up. So let's go back to UPS. I like it a lot. It held the 9-period moving average in the daily chart of that peak E, so that held, and then it's a springboard to the upside, which it did. MACD's good stochastics at 89%. I like it a lot. Where would the resistance be? That's really tough because you just had straight down moves in these candles. So I have to go to the top of this candle of the week of the 4th of April, 110.86. So we're getting real close to at least a very short-term, maybe just a stopping point, stalling point, but I like it very much. And all I could say is if you want to add to it between 105 and 102, let's look at it again. Give me a yell. That's where we want to look to it. It might be just a quick one-day pullback, or it might be deeper because and so far it looks very good. But that's what I would do. Now, did you want to add to it? This is a little different. Here, adding to it, I think has a little bit more risk. Here, I would like to have the patience to say, let's wait to the 105.5 to 103 level before we discuss adding on. If you're in it, I would just stay. The risk now is just a little bit too much because the move went from the 200-period moving average at 98 all the way to today's high of 109. That's, that's that's over 10 points. I think there should be some kind of a pullback. Okay, so I want to add. If I was you, I'd want to add to it. And also closing over all the stuff on the left here with that high that was made back in July of last year of 106.46, that's going to be important. So just give it a moment, and I will say add to it. But I would want to add to it. I'm just saying risk reward. All right, next question came in. Where did I wrote it down to that? Open. So you remember I was at Tanglewood back in the summer. It was August, I believe. Late August, and I said, isn't that fascinating? I saw this car and it had the license plate open, O-P-E-N, but it wasn't really fancy. It was like, I was thinking it could be the small Lexus SUV, but it really wasn't. I think it was more like a Kia or something like that. I was a little far, but I saw that license plate. I said, open. I said, that's so interesting. I was just looking at open stock, and I see the car. I don't know if the guy owns open door tech, or it's just purely coincidental, or whatever it is. Anyway, nothing about that. Look at this weekly. This is a falling axe formation, and there's the resistance, and it says if open door tech Inc. trading at 768, up $1.26, up almost 20%. Oh, digital platform for real estate, buy and sell homes, iBuying. That's why I saw the HGX starting to move up, and that was a question I bypassed, but now I have to get to it. Yes, look at that. Almost in a leg D and almost a leg B in the weekly chart. Philadelphia Housing Sector Index. What on earth started that from the 200-period moving average stall to a big move up? Oh, you're right. Open door, looking good.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So, question, did I just finish that? Yes, I did. So, I didn't. Open, let me just go back to open. Open, yeah. So, as it stands right now, and I can't remember, I think someone said that they're going long open. Was that earlier? Well, if you did, it's towards the high of the day. I like this, but it is based on a news thing, but the news might be, I didn't check the news, but it is very important because the HGX, which is the Philadelphia Housing Sector Index, which I was looking at last night and thought, whoa, stuck at the 200-period moving average. Today's broken out and it's started a new, is that a leg B? I need to check it, all right? So we'll be back in a moment to that open. 711.56 and today's high is 711.24. It hasn't broken to a leg D yet. I like this, and I like the fact that it was holding the Philadelphia Housing Sector Index. It was holding well, and then it kind of broke down. I was a little bit nervous about last month. This month, so far, it includes today. It makes this candle much, much better, but it still says stuck in a trading range. If you look at Toll, I need to do this. Toll Brothers, nice move up, getting to the resistance level right here. Just a very easy thing to draw. Just the outer wicks, right there. Oh, good. Okay, so we know that if Toll Brothers are up 6.07 at 141.63 is able to close above 142.86, the next level will be 143.88, the high of the 18th, and if it goes to 143.89, it starts a leg D. And then it has to travel over the 145.01 high of the 4th of December. And this is one of the better ones. This is Toll. I think Lennar. Yeah, Lennar's having a really good spike off the bottom. It's got a lot more work. I'd stay with Toll Brothers as the leader. I'd stick with the leader. Okay, so let's go to open. So this is kind of the... these are the picks and shovels. This is a digital platform for real estate, buy and sell homes, iBuying. I like it. I'd just be wary if you've got in, treat it as a short-term trade. This kind of gap on a news makes the 9-period moving average cross positive, but the technicals are still, they got quite a bit of way to go. The weekly technicals have been very good. I've been monitoring this, but only periodically, and I'm surprised that it held so well with that pink 9-period moving average not occurring. It stayed green all the way through all these 5 or 6 moves below the 14-period moving average. So that's a sign that if it's able medical, on a weekly basis, if open closes above 8:45, I would say that's the sign that you're looking for, because then it gets into the wick of this candle right here. Certainly by Friday a week from today, if it's taken out today's low, that's really disappointing. 7.8. I'd even say 720. If it takes out 720, that's just not good action at all. But so far, it's doing very nicely. The question came in about, I lost it. Oh, could I look at, let me see where I can find it. Yeah. Oh, no, I did it. UBS, UBS. Oh, sound. I've always, that I've always followed this periodically. Oh, I typed it into the den. SOUN. Yes, a good question, Jim. I'll look at the builder in a moment. SOUN, that's sound. This is 1207, up $1.05. Good action today. SoundHound AI, voice-activated AI platforms. This is nice, but I can only say that it's a work in progress. This one for me, we've every once in a while I've said I think we might get it, and then I've stepped aside. But it would always disappoint if I had gotten into it. It just seems to rally and then drop sharply. This move now will start to really garner very strong interest if it can close above 13.25. The high that was made on the 8th of December at 13.12, it needs to take that out decisively. This right now is a leg B. Maybe it's not, because that's 1 penny. 1 penny makes, yep, that's it. Peak A, peak B, leg C. So leg C. So yes, I've been asked, what do you start to change into your software? There are certain things. For instance, the 914 crossovers I've worked on. There are a lot of things I'm working on, and some of them are just the particular tools. But I have started. It took a long time. I now have to make some changes. It's not me. It's the software package that I chose. I have to choose another one to do the notations, automatic notations. That's going to be a process. So in the meantime, I'm going to do this because I don't want to run out of time for this. I had a question about, where did it go? Boston Scientific, BSX. And I mentioned the other day, I mentioned in my newsletter that the medical instrument companies are doing very well. So this made a peak. Boston Scientific Corporation Medical Instruments had an all-time high just recently, a few months ago, at 109.50. That was back in September. And then it pulled back pretty darn sharply. Made the dreaded H period. Was a fairly successful one because it took it out, but then it rallied. It needs to close above the 106 level. So I'm just saying step aside. If you look at MDT, this is Medtronic, it's had a much nicer move. It's consolidated, but then it also has given back. What was the other one I want to look at here? All right, so I'm saying, let's not do anything with Boston Scientific right now. Let's just hold off. I'll come back to it next week. Question, General Motors. So General Motors is one of my favorites. We've been long for some time. Made an all-time high yesterday. This is either an E or brand new. Now, this is the thing that I'm doing on my software. How do you know that this is not an E, or whether it's the start of a new move up, B? Those are the things, and those are the criteria that I have to work on very hard to be able to articulate to the computer. I can do it by eye, but that's not good enough. The computer doesn't have an eye. It has numbers. So this is leg C in the weekly chart, still very strong. Leg D in the monthly chart. General Motors at an all-time high. Can you believe it? Look at Ford. Ford had a huge move up. It went to 14.50. 14.50. Oops. 14.50. Right? Yeah, right there. And it's pulled back a little bit. That was a new recovery high, a multi-year high. So this is very, people talk about the economy. It's the same thing when they say, people can't afford anything anymore. Then you look and you see that the concerts for the youth are full, and the tickets are $300 to $500 or $150 to $300, and it's full. When you want to find the money, you find the money. That's what I'm finding. And absolutely, there are so many people that are being squeezed because of the high prices of everything. But I'm just shocked and amazed at restaurants that you can't get in, etc. because people are spending money. So that tells you that's the reason why General Motors is doing well. That's the reason why you've got Ford doing well. So don't listen to the media. There are certain sectors that are really, I wouldn't say packing it in, but they are doing way better than you hear. All right, average car price is $48,000 to $50,000. Well, got that out the way. Got a break coming up, and we've got the final section. Check out my Opening Call Daily Newsletter. We've been very fortunate, a lot of really nice positions there. I'll be back in a moment.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
In the final moments, let me just give you Chapman, which is Chapman Core, resolution displays, etc. Down 17 cents to 277. Went to a leg D. I can't call this a peak D because at a parallel high, it has to be a lower high. I would just say let's step aside here. Nothing to see. It needs a lot more. The 9-period moving average in the weekly did turn positive, but I needed to see it holding in the 280 area. Here it is 277, a little bit too deep. Talking about so let's hold off on that. I'll do it again on Monday, but too deep. So it could be an Eiffel Tower, straight up, straight down type of move. And I wouldn't be surprised that today, but there's so much going on that it is a kind of a shaky day. That's what I'm anticipating, although I'm surprised that some of our positions are doing really nicely, even though I expected them to be a little bit vulnerable. But look at this, straight up, A, the Eiffel Tower is weird. It just looks like an Eiffel Tower. It looks like an uppercase A. It goes straight up and then straight down. That'll be the case here if the E-mini takes out 59.68, absolutely key support in the 5-minute chart. Meantime, back at the ranch, let's just do this. I had a question about it. Bitcoin, has it moved up at all? No, now it's down 70. No, it's just stuck. I just see it as being stuck. That's all. I'd be very impressed when it breaks out from this rectangle on the upside. This is like the reverse long rectangle on the upside. Invariably, you break to the downside. When it's at the bottom, invariably, if it takes out the upside and then treats it as a support level, that can give you a really good strong. That would make 102,300 the target in January if it was to at least close once in the 97,500 area. But let's just be, have patience. It'll get, it'll do what it has to do. Have patience. I'll see you on Monday. Check out my opening call daily newsletter. Remember, subscribers, I'll be doing my video. It's going to be a very interesting one this afternoon because we have so many positions we would like to buy. Some that we have I'd like to add to. So it's going to be very, I will make it as specific as possible. So with that said, stay